welcome everyone. We have Padmabhushan Guru Kamala Narayanan here today with us, along with her student Neeta de Souza. So we just want to ask a few questions about your dance career. When did you first start your dance career, and what's your background and training?
I was 2 to 3 years old. I started dancing myself. When I hear any music, I used to dance, I believe. So my mother put me to a dance teacher. And I did my performance when I was 6 years old in Bombay.
Nice.
Kathak. I learned Kathak first.
So you first started with Kathak?
Yes.
When did you start learning Bharathanatyam?
I switched to Bharathnatyam during the World War. And our family moved to the south. And I learned Bharathanatyam from Guru Kattumannar Kovil Muthukumarappa Pillai. Great teacher. And then he switched me to Valvur Ramya Pillai because he was very old that time. It was already like 60 years when I was 7-year-old.
Oh, wow.
So.
Okay. And I understand you also did a lot of work in the film industry. How did you balance the film industry dancing along with the Bharathanatyam?
Very easy. Film dance, when I come to the set, I do the film dance, whatever the teacher teaches. But apart from that, my guru, whatever he teaches for me to do on the stage, I used to do the same.
Same. Good.
It's like two characters.
Two characters, yeah. So I know in 1970 you were awarded the Padmabhushan from the President of India. How did you feel?
Oh, I felt great.
Award?
I felt great that Government of India recognized my service to the dance.
Mm-hmm. So then, I know you left India, you left the career there, you left everything you had there.
Yes.
How come you left, and how did you feel, and what were the
challenges? I left India in 1980 because I felt that I was not appreciated for my work, whatever I have done.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the reason I wanted to come to this country. This is the country of opportunities. So I came here. And in the beginning it was very hard because I had my own house there in India. I was dancing in all 4 festivals, like Music Academy, Indian Fine Arts Society, Tamil Ishai Shangam, and all these people, you know, when I performed there, I missed them a lot when I came to here. Here you don't have any opportunity to perform, you know.
Yeah.
Even then I did a couple of performances here.
So throughout, from when you first came to America and started your career here till now, have you noticed the changes and there's more opportunities now?
The dance has improved in this country now than what it was in 1980.
Yeah, there's much more opportunities for the children.
They are watching everybody's performance and trying to improve.
Any advice for the students that you have or new students that want to join?
Students, I always give one advice. Listen to the teacher, listen to the parents, and try to do your best in the dance. Don't think of, I have to be very famous immediately. Being famous, it doesn't come so early. You have to work for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So now we have Neeta de Souza here. She's a disciple of Padmabhushan Guru Kamala Narayanan. Neeta, I just have a few questions for you as well. So when did you first start your dancing in Bharathanatyam?
So I first started Bharathnatyam when I was around 7 years old. After having started a career in Carnatic music, my mom wanted me to perform all of the Indian classical arts. So therefore I was put in Bharathnatyam classes when I was 7 years old.
7 years old, so you started very young. So, I mean, of course, the mom was pushing you then, but what kept you going? What kept you, that made you not give up and continue the education in dance?
So actually, I did take a break in Bharathnatyam from when I was, I would say 15 to when I was 17 or 18 years old. But in the early years, what kept me going really was the community, because Bharathanatyam, going to all of the classes and really seeing people who understand what you're going through in school, understand like where your parents are from, what the culture is, and how to balance that with what you see outside. Like seeing people who are from the same background as you every single week, really, it creates a very strong bond between you and them. So that was like a very big part of it. But I left Bharatnatyam for a while because the community became very toxic, and also because my schoolwork became a lot at that time. High school in America requires quite a bit of struggle, especially if you go to one of the specialized high schools in the city.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you went to Stuyvesant, so
Yeah.
that must have been difficult to go to balance Stuyvesant High School and their challenges and their rigorous classes and everything, and balancing Bharatanatyam with that. But it's amazing that you went back
Yeah.
to Bharatanatyam, even though you skipped a few years. That's not easy. A lot of people
Yeah.
do give up. So
So I came
Praise to
back
you for that,
because
yeah.
I recognized that more than anything, like you have to start appreciating Bharatanatyam for the dance itself, for the beauty of the form, and for the hundreds of years of tradition that it brings to your life, basically.
Yes.
So it is definitely it's a privilege that we have to be able to perform the art form.
yeah. So what would you say is your like favorite dance in the whole Bharatanatyam? I know there's so many.
So my favorite dance that I've learned in the Bharatanatyam repertoire has been under Guru Kamala. I really enjoy dances that showcase your ability to act. So dances that showcase abhinaya. Abhinaya is expressions. So Guru Kamala taught me a Mahabharata Shabdam, which it was very age appropriate for me. It shows how Draupadi is disrobed in the court of the Kauravas when Yudhishthira goes to play dice. So it definitely brought to me a different perspective about the mythology that we read about, a woman's perspective, to see how these strong women, even though they were in a very patriarchal society, had the power to change the course of events for an entire dynasty. So that was it was very eye-opening for me. And I especially love acting, so that was very good. My favorite dance in general, I've learned not only Bharatnatyam but also Kuchipudi, is a form of dance called a Tarangam, where you balance a pot of water on your head and dance on a brass plate. It's a medium of meditation in the Kuchipudi repertoire, so it's definitely something that only advanced students do. That's my favorite, I think. Just the ability to dance while being concentrated on a single thing, it calms me down. That's what I would say.
Oh, that's amazing. That's not something that everyone can do, to dance on a brass plate with a pot of water on their head. That must have been very difficult to practice and to learn and to perform.
Yeah. Thank you.
So do you have any hopes to becoming a professional dancer in the future?
With my guru's blessings, I may definitely be able to go to the professional level. But as she probably knows, and as everyone knows, being a professional dancer requires a certain level of skill, something that I have not reached yet. There's always room for improvement. So I will see how I do in the future.
Good. In school, what are you studying in school? I know you're going to the University of Chicago, and you're starting your next semester pretty soon. What are you studying in school?
In school, I'm studying a mix of political science and a couple of science, like biology requirements. So I'm thinking of going for a double major in biology and political science.
Wow, you're all about ambition. That's a pretty big, that's some high goals that you have set for yourself, so I'm happy for you. So what would you say was your biggest challenge with like learning dance and balancing the social life and growing up in America and being with the kids here that don't always learn, not just Indian, but I know you went to Stuyvesant High School, so it was a mix. It was not, obviously just not Indian students there. How did you face that challenge of being involved and explaining to them what the Indian culture meant to you?
I think one of the biggest challenges starts not in what you do outside of the outside of the Indian community, but within the community itself. And it's that I guess a lot of Indian families in the diaspora don't, no matter how many parents there are, like my mom, who sent their kids to Bharathnatyam classes, there are a lot of people who still don't appreciate classical dance because they think that it's boring, because they think that, it's like something that old people do, really. It's not new, it's not Bollywood, it's not fun, I actually noticed the opposite when I went off to college and I joined my college dance team, U Chicago Apsara, where college audiences are very open to classical dance. And we have to make sure that our audiences at home are just as open to receiving what children have learned and what the tradition that they bring to the stage. It's really important to put some sense of appreciation for the years of training that people like me have received. So I would say that starts at home, in the community.
I feel like you've learned a lot of the Hindu religion and the mythology through dance. Would you say so yourself?
I would, but I would also temper that by saying that dance does not necessarily have to be about religion. I was just reading in the newspaper about Dr. Francis Barbosa, who is a church father who teaches Kalakshetra dance in New Jersey, and he has managed to bring Christian themes to Bharathnatyam as well. And I think that Bharathnatyam is an art form that has the potential to cross all religious lines. Anybody and everybody should be able to learn it. So.
And other than your guru, do you have any dance role models or your favorite dancer?
My guru is my biggest dance role model because she is, of course, before being my guru, she is Kumari Kamala, baby Kamala. She is an actress and a dancer, but and she has always been the most humble person I've seen, even though she is one of the biggest dancers in the field. I guess my favorite dancers, other than her, I really enjoy watching Priyadarshini Govind. Other than that, a lot of new dancers. I like watching collegiate Bharatanatyam dance teams, like John Hopkins Shakti, Chicago Apsara is obviously very good. Rutgers, Natya, they all bring a new spin to an age-old tradition. So.
That's good. That's even great that you joined the team in U Chicago. So that must be awesome that you can also pursue the dance that you love to do here in New York, and you brought it to Chicago as well. How many people do you perform with over there?
So our team is actually around 20 people, but we don't all perform Bharatanatyam. A lot of us perform Kathak and some Odissi dancers as well. So I think that it's great that beyond being able to hone our skills while we're in college, we get to see other dance forms. This spring, I was working in a production that focused with me. I was focused on Odissi, so I started learning the different bangas and all of the basics of Odissi. And then in the fall, I was working on a Kathak production too. So like you get to see the similarities and differences between many different art forms and the similarities and differences of different forms of Bharatanatyam, like the Varuvur Bani, which is what I learned from Guru Kamala, and Kalakshetra and Tanjavur. It's all of these styles put together. They just make you a better dancer once you see everything.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, do you plan on learning other forms of either Indian classical dance or any dance itself? But it seems like you're already doing that at U Chicago on your team there, so that's amazing. That's very nice.
My guru says that actually I'm better at Kuchipudi than I am at Bharatanatyam, so I would like to explore more Kuchipudi as well as more Varuvur Bharatanatyam as well. So
what advice or tips do you have for other dancers in your age group or starting off their career as an older and someone that's already finished their Arangetram? What do you want to say to them?
For the younger kids, I would say, mom and dad are probably pushing you to this class every Saturday morning, and you probably hate it. But you should stick with it. I will tell you why. Because you will make some of the best friends that you've made in your lifetime, but you will also develop a control over your body that you would not be able to develop otherwise. And you may think that you're doing a bad job, but I will tell you that if you stick with it, with practice, anybody can be a good dancer. So just stick with it and practice and listen to your teacher and listen to your parents, as Guru Kamala said. And for older dancers, I would say people who, like me, are old enough to appreciate the art form, I would say to start watching other dancers. Start watching your guru, like what she does, how she moves her eyes, how she moves her hands. Start going on YouTube and checking out different dance videos to see what people are doing, because there is a huge world that we have not explored that is out there for our taking. So,
how do you feel about Neeta? And I know you just finished the Arangetram.
Yeah, she did it very good. She did more like a professional rather than a first-time student coming on the stage. Amazing.
So thank you both for your time. I really appreciate it. On behalf of ITV, we all appreciate it. We appreciate your input on the culture and amongst all the young children that come to you, and you too, you've probably inspired so many young artists. So I thank you both for your time and your dedication to the art form, to Bharatanatyam, to our Indian culture. So thank you, and please continue doing what you're doing because it really makes a difference in our community.
Thank you very much. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Honestly, seeing you on television is just as good as seeing us on stage. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearty congratulations to dearest Neeta, Guru Srimati Kamala Narayanan and all the orchestra members. That was a great performance and it's definitely an auspicious event.